mental illness is a higher state of spirituality than motherfuckers that's good logic. So next time you see a nigga that's mentally ill or a woman that's mentally ill, take heed. That's another form of the spirit coming out. The muse has to express itself. What's that?
I work at a mental friend's hospital, and a lady they diagnosed with bipolar and paranoid schizophrenia.
There you go.
She and I were talking, and my name is Osiris, and this woman started breaking down the Egyptian, Roman, the Norse guys, and lined them up with the astrological and numerological makeup, and the doctor's like, well, she's just schizophrenic. Right, yeah. This woman was a genius.
Let me tell you. See, every now and then when you try to label some stuff, every now and then something new will come out. So I had a homeboy of mine come up from Mullins, South Carolina. He's from Detroit. He lived in Detroit, but his base is from Mullins. The nigga was down in Mullins when he came up to Atlanta. So he's sitting around. He bust up in there, all these conscious people sitting around and stuff like that and all, you know, and all. You know, we got some little sauce going, some juice I'm getting ready to give you in a few minutes about the muse. And so he's sitting around. So somebody gonna try to be smart and ask this Mullins Negro some conscious questions, knowing this brother don't know what the shit this is. You see what I'm saying? So they gonna ask this nigga some stuff, boy, and the next thing we know, this brother start dropping down and start breaking down shit about Area 57. The UFO this, Atlantis this, the unearthing of Atlantis that they got in for Cuba. He's just going rattling this shit on and on and on again. And they come in and say, your goddamn homeboy up in here is dropping like a motherfucker. Next thing we know, he up in there preaching. They goddamn Holy Sanctified having church with this cat. And I say, see, you never know where the spirit is going to hit. Where the spirit is going to hit. Then he said, now, fuck that, I was in the damn army. And the motherfuckers had me out at Area 51. I've been knowing about this shit for years. You see what I'm saying? So my point here is you can't rule nothing out, but whenever you try to put things in boundary, now the conscious motherfuckers are the ones that's the most holy sanctified and the most Christianized now. And canicalized and pasteurized and homogenized. The conscious people.
All the way down.
You see what I'm saying? That's what we are now and all. You see. So now in actuality, we used to be people on the other side of the tracks. Now we in the mainstream. You see what I'm saying? We're in the mainstream, so there's a very thin line on how you have to track this particular thing right here and all. So it's going to have to give away to some creative visualization, creative imagination, and 98% are giving away to those things in actuality that you think that in actuality is unrighteous. That's the key. Now, before I go on, I want to give this particular thing out now. Back in August, I had some a psychic attack. We'll go into some of that type of thing and all. Anyway, some entities hit the side of my mouth and totally destroyed the side of my gums and all. So in actuality, this thing was killing me. So when I called one of the channels up, and I told her to call on Zarabanda, which I introduced that in a few minutes. I said, well, you need to give me some type of remedy on what needs to be done, because obviously something has hit me, and because I got in the crossfire of a war. There's a war of principalities that was going on. The old gods are leaving. Okay. And then there's a new one that's supposed to take the reins. It's a family fight. But then again, these ones don't want to relinquish the power and all because they have become egomaniacs and they have a form of mental illness. You don't understand that the gods can have a form of mental illness too. That's why the Africans say the gods must be crazy. You see what I'm saying? Now, so I got in the crossfire of this thing. So to remedy this thing, they told me to mix brown liquor, white liquor and brown whiskey. White liquor and brown whiskey. So I had some gin, and then I had some scotch. But that was the first thing. Anyway, whatever it is, when I mixed it, I said, man, you got to be crazy as hell, because I was in pain. You know, even I, after so much pain on the physical, you know what I'm saying? Every now and then the little metaphysical thing becomes secondary. And I'm like, wait a damn minute here. They was like, wait, hold on now. Just do what the fuck we say. So I came to my senses, mixed this thing up, and immediately within like 15 minutes, the stuff had subsided, and basically there was a whole process that went on. And basically these entities got in my mouth, and they repaired my whole gums and shit that was better than what they were 20 years ago.
All right.
Now, since then I went ahead and perfected this particular science. But I did a little bit of research and did a little bit of other stuff, and come to find out that the distillation of alcohol was brought to the European by the Moors.
Okay.
All your scotch, your vodkas, your rum, you see what I'm saying, and your gins and all that stuff, yeah. Those were alchemical sciences of the doggone Moors that brought that to the doggone white boys in Europe, and they became the master distillers.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So when they came with this science, they was giving me an ancient art form, not necessarily this being doing the healing, but this being a catalyst or a gateway for something else. So in so many words, to try to understand what went on, get the book Rudolf Steiner's Universe, Earth, and Man, Rudolf Steiner's Cosmic Memory, and Rudolf Steiner's Spiritual Hierarchies. Now in these books he explains that, you know, surgery was always a last resort when it comes to anything in the, they did do surgery, now don't get me wrong. You know, they also did pharmaceutical. Don't slide on the pharmaceutical. The pharmaceutical is African too. See, we didn't see, it's not that pharmaceutical is not African. What the white boy is saying, only pharmaceutical. So he said nothing medicinal, nothing, you see what I'm saying, herbal, only pharmaceutical, because that was a political move for billions of dollars. So don't, but pharmaceutical, he's not the origin of the pharmaceutical. We did the pharmaceutical shit in Hemmitt. Okay. That's why when Timothy Leary and them was dealing with that acid, which was melanin dimensional science, they shut his program down. You see what I'm saying? It was just a whole lot of this thing here is much wider than what we think it is. But we chewing on logs and all this kind of shit here. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't getting no spiritual doggone converts on a whole nother level. We just the same old motherfuckers around here. Walking around here, you know, all righteous and stuff like this and all, you know. And ain't nothing happening. You see. So we're going to get into some other science today on the hard line, new technology, researching the old stuff. Only that which has been forgotten. So anyway,